Okay, so hello everybody. It is got the wrong screen there. It is a Friday night, and I ain't got no buddy. Is that what it's called? Why is this not working? There we go. All right, so we're gonna play out this last couple of holes of the Heritage, better known as the Pizza Kingdom Heritage. More pizza, more money is their slogan, and I am Tenacious Earl, and so Play created this History Maker Golf, and one of the nice things about them is that they do have a whole gamut of fictional sponsors and such that you could use to help spice up your tourney or your broadcast or whatever you like. Some people make these fields, play mats, all sorts of things, and they adorn them with various things, and so it's kind of nice that they give you this opportunity to have some realistic sponsors. So Pizza Kingdom, more pizza, more money. I think that's what I said. It could be mo pizza, mo problems, right? I don't know. All right, so what's the story here? So this is basically Harbour Town Golf Links down in Hilton Head. This is how this course is modeled, and we're just going to go out and play these final few golfers. We don't have too many left, and as you can see, Gareth Leonard, one of these guys who is in a lot of tournaments, a lot of final rounds, usually doing pretty well. He is currently leading by 3. And it's going to take a bit of an effort here to have one of these others kind of supplant him. Trent McAdams already finished. He was an emerging contender, and he's at -8, so he's shot 7 under on his round. But he is 3 back, and then you have Jay Laufenberg, Marshall Weber. But again, they're 4 and 5 back, respectively. So I will be checking the chat here if anybody decides to pop in and say hello. But we're going to go ahead and play this relatively, I'd call it a moderate course. It's got some tough holes, some tough finishing holes here for kind of a regular tournament course. This is a B tier tournament, which means, it's the A tournaments are your majors, more or less. B are sort of like just beneath that, and so we don't have a ton of good players. And I have a little news that I'm going to talk about and share about at the end of this video. So let's just get rolling here, and it's going to be Boyd Yeager at the 16th for 395-yard par 4. There's no daunting or challenging or anything like that here. 4 degrees of course difficulty. Trees, king-size bunker lining the green to dissuade golfers from taking the direct route to the pin on this dogleg left. So Yeager is the only one of any particular consequence in this group. So we're going to go ahead and play him. He is actually 8 back, but since he's still up there in maybe sniffing around the top 5, I wanted to give him a chance to play this out. So 5, so that means 45. We look at the card, and it's trees in 1 with a green 5. So not a great lie. And if he's a master, which he is not, he's semi-sandy. Look under the recovery side of his card. We're going to go and say this is a difficult second putt for par. So the difficult putt for par, 1 to 3, and he holes it out. So he will succeed at negotiating his trip into the trees. So we're going to go back to 15 now for Derek Young, who is a newcomer to tour. He came off the Slacker Tour in the previous season. Now the 15 is a rather short par 5, 541, semi-cordial, semi-challenging. The trouble is this has kind of a little bit of water right near the green, and it's kind of a sharp dog leg at the end. So there are 3 degrees of course difficulty, which for a par 5 is a bit remarkable because usually they're just 1 degree of course difficulty. But he gets a 3, so we're going to go 14. He's in the trees in 2 on the par 5, Derek Young. And we get a green 2. Is he a workman? He isn't. He's semi-master and semi-sandy. So it'll be a difficult putt for birdie. So a difficult birdie putt needs a 1. Gets a 4. Now a moderate par, 1 to 5. And he makes that. Now we'll move up to Jay Laufenberg, who is the second place guy left on the course. So the only one who could make a charge. We're going to go back to the daunting 14th, which is a par 3, 192 yards, bordered by water on the right. Right here you can see some water. So he does not have any blue chips, so he's going to have to hope he can get a good roll here. 4 degrees of course difficulty. It's 26. Golf cam course being daunting. This could be troubled. Par 3 and a 2 on the green die. Cordial no daunting, yes. It's a clutch bogey putt. So he's going to drop a shot. He is semi-gold, so a 1 to 4. He misses, so he gets another red chip. So he's going to miss the bogey. He's going to end up with a double as long as he makes the easy double. And he's going to drop to -5, and he does make it. So Gareth Leonard is really the one guy who has been able to withstand all of this difficulty. He actually is 3 under so far on his round. But first we're going to get to this group here of Weber and Wilborg. So not too tough of a hole. 373 yard par 4, so only 2 degrees of course difficulty, but when you get on there, it's semi-daunting, and you get this caution symbol. So Marshall Weber first, and it's going to be 336 as the golfer gets control on this one, par 4. So we don't have to worry about the caution symbol, which makes a normal putt one difficult, tougher when the course controls. 336. Is Weber hot? No, he isn't. Is he dynamic? No, he isn't. He's Gildan says it's a golf cam green. Then a green 6 par 4. Friendly or laser? Neither of those is true, so it's a clutch putt for par. 1 to 4 on semi-gold. He makes it, so he'll earn a blue chip and make his par. And Gooch Wilborg will play the 13th. Gooch is actually well behind, and I could finish this out for him just on the out of contention, but since they're in the final 2 groups, I'm going to play them out here. So here's Wilborg. Not his day, 5 over, and a lot of big scores on this course. So 35 golf cam course. Green 3, cordial no daunting, no. They get away with that. So clutch putt for par. He's semi-rust. He's got blue chips. He's going to use one to make himself semi-gold, trying to... Nope, and he misses that. So now, easy bogey, and that's unfortunate. He has 3 bogeys in a row, and we got some big scores here. Hi, Replay Gamer. Good to see you. Not sure if I've seen you on the channel before, but okay, now we got Gareth Leonard, the Scottish golfer from Dunfermline, and he is going to be playing this tougher par 4. 404 yards. There isn't any water here, but you must get to the dog leg for any hope at making par. But this guy has been the model of consistency thus far in this round, and so it will be 23. He's in the trees in 2, and he's going to have to get up and down to save his par here. Par 4, and a green 5 in the trees in 2. So is he a master? He is a master, so he'll have an easy putt for par. Great recovery, and he is going to get away with that and make his par. No bogeys on the round so far for Gareth Leonard. He's also sunny, and yeah, 3 birdies on the front is what he's at. He's got a couple blue chips in his bank here that he could use at any moment. Now here's Justin Wallace, who, again, being in the last 2 groups, we're hanging him in there, but he has had his putter just go absolutely silent 45 is sand and 2 and a green 4. So it's going to check if he's chunky, and he isn't, so it'll be a moderate putt for par. And that's a 1 to 5, and he makes that. We're going to have to get rid of those red chips at some point for Wallace. Okay, so as you can see, oh, good. I appreciate you watching and checking in. This is just kind of like this feels like a foregone conclusion, because with the 3-shot lead, Gareth Leonard is seeming to cruise right now. The 17th. Anybody who is pretty familiar with golf, I would say the 17th and the 18th at Harbour Town are pretty remarkable. The 18th, of course, has the famous lighthouse. The 17th has some... It's funny, the 17th and 18th have some hearkening back to like Pebble Beach, but this one is a tee shot that you must clear some water and some trees, you know, you got water here on the 16 and 22, and we're going to go ahead and just play. It's 174 yards, so not too long, but just small greens here at Harbour Town. So Yeager, 5 degrees of course difficulty. We got 14. He is in the sand, green side, and then a green 6. So he's going to be he's going to have a tough time getting out, but with a tough lie. But semi-sandy means with the dot, he is going to be able to hit an exquisite sand shot out of this tough fried egg lie and be able to put it close enough for an easy par, which he does make. So he'll head to 18. We're going to head back to Derek Young on 16. We're going to save his chips, if we can help it, for one of the final 2 holes. So here is Young, and that's going to be 35 golf cam course. Not a daunting hole, so a good chance at closing out this hole with a par, and it'll be an easy putt for par, as it's not daunting or cordial. And he does keep his chips and makes his par on 16. He'll head to the par 3. Now back to 14. Actually, no, back to 15 with Laufenberg. Yeah, I've been taking a little bit of time off from doing videos. I've been trying to work on some golf stuff lately. A little offline, just to kind of try and streamline a couple things. Now this one I'm gonna have Laufenberg use. You can see he got to get rid of one of his qualities, which I believe it was shaper. He doesn't have any bad qualities to lose, so we got rid of that. But he's gonna give the course control here, since it is semi-cordial, and hope that on this par 5 he can navigate it. There's no 26. That's golf cam course. And it will be cordial with dot. So 6 on a par 5. Daunting, no. Scatter, no. So it'll be clutch putt for birdie. Semi-gold, and he holes it out for a birdie. So Laufenberg will get back one of those he lost on 14 as he double bogeyed it. Speaking of 14, now it'll be Weber and Wilborg. Wilborg the cyborg. All right, so tough par 3 here, 14. Gets control. Oh, and it's a special result. This is the fictional set. That is correct. So you get golfer control with the 1. You can see 4 degrees here only. But then you get triple 2s, which means we go to the special result chart. And let's see what we get. I like rolling black and green for this in ascending order. And 46, par 3. Astounding wedge for birdie after errant tee shot. Golfer sunny, hot the rest of the round. Okay, so Weber's going to get hot. He birdies that, so a great birdie, brilliant shot. He's going to be sunny and also hot. So we've got to remember, and let me see if I can find my little markers here so I can help remember that he is hot for the rest of this round. His wife always worries about that when he gets real hot, because all the gals just flock around Marshall. You know, you think with the name Marshall, aside from the fact he does enjoy cranking out the guitar sounds, but you know, his stack is more than just related to golf. So and guitar. Anyway, Wilborg. So Weber gets to -7. So still with some time here. He's got what? Is that 4 holes left? Could he make a charge and try to pounce if Leonard can't keep it together? So white 4 means it's going to be course control. 44 in the trees. He avoids the water, gets it past that, but he'll have to navigate the overhanging trees. And then a 1, is he workman? No, he's going to have a pin chance. We will roll white and decider. If it's a 1 and a dot, it's in, and it is a 3. So that'll be an easy par. 6-6 miss, also known as the high roll. Otherwise, it's a make, and he does close out for par on 14. Back to 13, we'll go to Gareth Leonard, our leader. Back at this, I love holes like this where you get low course control, but when the course does control, the teeth of it really come out. And that's what happens here on this one. So Leonard, he could have taken control on this maybe, but instead he's going to, so it will be course control. 46, golf cam course. Green 2, cordial no, daunting, semi-daunting yes. Okay, this is a clutch putt for bogey, so he is going to lose at least a shot here. He needs a 1 to 4, and he's got a 3-shot lead. Using a blue chip here, it doesn't seem that smart, and he does make it, so he'll earn a blue chip, but he'll drop a shot. He'll back up to -10, and that's his first blemish on his card today. Now Justin Wallace still has 2 red chips to use here, and can't really think of using anything else here. So let's just go with this. It's going to be bunker and 2 as the course no, the course doesn't control. It's 2, 4, 4. My bad. I got used to these 3 and 4 control holes. Okay, so 2, 4, 4 on a par 4. King or dine. He is semi-dynamic with the dot. There you go. He's gonna get to toss off one of these red chips as it's the gallery cheers, and then a 4 is a utility no. So he'll have a moderate putt for birdie. 1 to 2 in Wallace. Although he is well behind, he'd love to make a couple spots up. And that was a moderate birdie, and he misses. So that's going to leave an easy par, and he makes it. All right, so he'll get the tee on 14 as he one-ups Leonard, but Leonard still has a 2-shot lead as we head to these closing holes. Okay. To 18, and one of the memorable holes in golf, this little marsh-lined hole. It's a tough carry. You got to watch out because there is a bunch of crap left. This is what all this bunker stuff is. And the green sets out into it. So this kind of wasteland also kind of surrounds the green. There is rough and stuff there as well, and maybe even a bunker or 2 there up around the green. Yeah, let me see here. We can take a look. This is the hole here, and of course the famed lighthouse off in the distance, as you can see there, that red and white lighthouse, as you're kind of like going through these swampy marshlands. So good stuff here. Great view, and someday I'd love to go and play it. Maybe I will, but Yeager is going to finish off here. Full daunting, 5 degrees of course difficulty. You don't really get too many holes that are tougher than this. And Yeager, he's going to get a white 6. That's a par. He's not going to get a blue chip. He's way out of the chance for the lead, but he will par, and that is an even par 71 for the day. He'll finish tied for 6th barring some late movement from one of these other golfers. Back to 17 with Derek Young. Who is also kind of young, and he has 2 blue chips, and he's going to try and save them here for 18. Let's see, what do we got? It's a 2, so 26 is going to be Golf Cam Course, and the semi-daunting will not turn up on this. So 4, is it daunting? No. He'll have a clutch putt for birdie. So he'll either end up with another blue chip on a 1 to 3, he is neutral, or he will lose one and he won't be able to play and take control on 18. So that's one of the tough decisions he have. He could also just spend it. He's going to hang on to that chip and hope that he can get another blue chip. Oh, and it was at 1 for a second and then it flipped back over. So he's going to lose that. Easy par now as a missed clutch goes to easy. And he will par 17 and just loses a little bit of confidence because of that putt that it rimmed out, went right around the edge. Okay, back to 16 for Laufenberg. And he gets a 6. He's going to lose that chip, and he'll take a par. He will take that any day of the week, as he doesn't want to head in these final holes needing to try and spend a red chip somewhere. Okay, we've got the hot Weber, who's also sunny, playing this 15th hole. He'd love to try and get something going here and maybe make a run. 44 Golf Cam Course, 2 cordial. No, it's not. So it's going to lead to an easy par. And unfortunately, he's going to have to accept a par on a par 5, which is not your normal cup of tea. You would like to have that be scoring. All right, Wilborg. 15, he is in the trap. Off the tee. Green 6, a bad lie. Is he sandy? Semi-sandy with the dot. He is. So he'll end up with an easy birdie putt. Hey, with 1 chip, Wilborg is going to make it gimme and take his birdie while he can get it, as who knows if he'll have any chances down the stretch for additional birds. And now your leader, again, the whole question is whether or not he is going to be able to withstand any further tough hole. You know, these holes are tough coming up. 14 is 1 in general, but they're going to take, it's going to be Wallace first to play here at this par 3. And it's going to be a par. He will lose a red chip on the white 6 par. And now Leonard. Gareth Leonard will... He is kind of in damage control mode. He's going to take 2 blue chips here and buy... He's going to buy the control of this hole. And let's see how it works out for him. 1-1-4. Should get a birdie putt. Let's see. Is he cold? Semi-cold with a dot. So he gets away with that. That would have been one chance where he wouldn't. So moderate putt for birdie. That would leave him an easy par if he misses. But if he can make this on a 1-2, he'll get back that shot that he missed. That he lost on 13. And he misses a putt. So now, easy par. Avoid the 6s. And he does. Okay, to 18. Boyd Yeager, we're going to take him off the table. Good tournament for Boyd. Needed that. He's had sort of a struggle here to start the season. But he'll take a top 10 finish. And Derek Young now, another guy who will just be thankful to be somewhere. And getting a top 5 here would be great for him. So how is he going to withstand this? He would love a white 6. Probably not going to come, and it doesn't. 23, he's in the rough in 3. This is probably going to be a bogey. Unless he has the shot of his life out of the weeds. Is he a workman? No. He gets a moderate putt for par. So he is Wait, oh, that's in 3. My bad. So a 4. Is he a master? Semi-master. He does have the dot, so he gets a chance maybe to hole this out. We're going to re-roll the white die. If it's a 1, he chips it in for par. Otherwise, it'll be a gimme bogey. Oh, and he just misses. So now the gimme bogey. And that's a tough way to finish. His playing partner also bogeyed, Greer Copeland III. And Derek Young brings a couple of others back into that tie for 5th. Yeager will take that, and that's going to be it for Derek Young. Will move him off. 17 now. Jay Laufenberg on the closing holes, wants to try and keep it off the left where the water is. 35, he puts it in the bunker just in front of the green. That's not a bad place to be, although the lie looks particularly suspicious. Is he sandy? No. Double difficult putt for par, so he's got like a 30-footer. He's just going to have to lag it up there. And he leaves it about 4 feet, and now he just needs to make the bogey putt, and he does. That's going to drop him to -5. He's still going to stay in 4th. He's got a little buffer there between him and 5th place, so shouldn't run into any trouble. To 16 now with Wilborg, who played a blue chip and got a birdie on 15, now playing the 16th. It's going to be 22, which is rough and 1. That 22 comes up on the water on this course some, so he gets away with that. Rough and 1 on the par 4, green 5. Master? No, he isn't. So it's a difficult putt for par. He's got to try and get up and down. Stay -1, and he does not on the difficult. So now the moderate bogey, avoid 6, and he does. But this tough stretch of holes is coming up. Okay, Weber's going to go ahead and play it straight, and he gets away with it with a 5.56. He gets control, so a pretty good drive here. Let's see how that works out. 5.56. He's not a legend. He's not a hacker, so we go to experience. He is icon. Okay, so this is going to be good. That'll be a moderate birdie putt. He's at least going to get a birdie chance because he is an icon. Moderate birdie. He's going to make it easy. I don't know as that chip's going to be, he may not end up playing that on 17 or 18, so he might as well spend it now trying to get a birdie out of it. 1-4. It's in the hole. He might have been able to hang on to it with that roll. But birdie for Weber, and he ties McAdams. Tied for 2nd right now. If he could finish par-par, that would be a great result for Marshall Weber. And they're still right there, 2 shots behind Leonard as we get back to 15. Birdie possible here, and first it'll be Justin Wallace, the back marker. 4, 5, 6. That is going to be golf. Cam Green. Par 5. Challenging green though, so green 4. Friendly no, challenging yes. A clutch putt for bogey for Wallace. Story of his day. He needs a 1-3. He gets it, but that'll be a bogey as he heads to 17. Drops to even par. You can see on this scoreboard we've got some pretty nasty scores. Denny Rowetter is the kind of the poster child for that with a +7. A 78 for him. Not a good day. Now here is Leonard just trying to steer this thing between the trouble spots, and he has control. 1.55. So gives it a good whirl here. Let's see. Bomber or Duffer? He's neither of those. He gets away with that. Hero, yes. Okay, he'll get a 2nd blue chip, which will come in handy. And now we go to the gallery cheers. He's not a hacker, so it'll be a moderate putt for birdie. 1-2, and he makes it, and he would stretch it back to 3. He needs a 1 or a 2. Oh, and he just misses it. So now an easy par. He'll take the easy pars as he cruises in. He just wants it to be uneventful. He wants to hold on to whatever blue he can keep as there's no reason for him to take too many chances with a couple of tough holes to close, as we're going to see right here with one of them with Laufenberg. No chips to use. The 18th at Harbour Town, and he gets a white 6. He'll take, we're not going to give him the chip. He'll take his par, and he closes with an even par 71 in this tournament, and he will finish 4th. So a good tournament for Jay. Continues his stellar play this season. I think he is top 15 at the moment, and he is looking like a guy who is just going to maybe challenge. If he could get a tournament victory or two along the way, maybe he's got a chance in the end at winning the tour. We'll see. So Weber at the 17th, no chips to use. He's just got to pray and hope. And 1 isn't going to help him here. 26 is Golf Cam course. The decider die is going to make it a daunting hole. So par 3. Cordial, no. Daunting, yes. He needs a clutch putt for par. Semi-gold, so that's not too bad. He needs a 1 to 4, and he gets it. And he'll earn a blue chip for it. Keeps his good play here as he's avoided his only blemish, a double bogey on 10. Look at, or 11. Guess what? He would be right there if he hadn't double bogeyed. Weber playing well. Just one real brain fart of a mistake, and there is a par for Wilborg, and they'll both have chips going to 18. White 6 par, uneventful playing of the hole, and now we go to the 16th. Gareth Leonard will have the tee. 1 or 6 would do him well on the white die. Gets a 4. That's 22. Rough in 1, green 2, and this is going to be great. He is a master, so rough in 1, green 2, a master. This is going to be wow. He gets another blue chip, and then we re-roll the white die. This could be anything from a hole out for eagle to some kind of a birdie chance. It's a 4. That'll be an easy birdie. He's going to use a chip, make it gimme. He wants to extend that lead to 3, and he'll still have 2 chips to use. Oh, and he missed it. Now, he used a chip. That means he can't earn another one. That was for a gimme birdie. Usually a gimme putt would make you lose a blue chip there, but he had already spent one, so you don't. That's not the double jeopardy, but now he's going to need the gimme par. Oh, boy. And that's the high roll for you. Just when you think you have avoided it, it comes right up. And now Wallace is trying to get him out of the way here, and that's going to be 25. Bunker in 1, green 5. A pretty rotten lie there. He's going to have a tough putt for par. He splashes out to 12 feet. 1 to 3, he misses. Moderate bogey, 1 to 5. He'll make that. And back-to-back bogeys for Wallace. Okay, to 18. Marshall Weber. Be the first to play here. He can't use a blue chip. You need 2 with a daunting hole. So, hoping to avoid the junk. And guess what? He gets a white 6. He has a blue chip. He's going to attack the pin here and see if he has any chance at a birdie. So he's going to re-roll the white die on the attack the green. If he can get a 1, see, he is semi-master. He doesn't have the dot though, so he would go. The best he could do is a 1 here. He gets a 2. That's a difficult birdie putt. He will use the chip and make it moderate. So a 1 to 2, he would take sole second place and would be 1 behind Leonard with a couple of tough holes left for Leonard to play. 1 to 2. Oh, and it's 3. Oh, that's too bad. So easy par, and he'll make that. And a nice finish there, just what could have been for Marshall Weber. Gooch Wilborg. He also gets a 6. He's going to do the same thing. We'll attack the green. That's a 6, though. That's a difficult putt for par. He'll make it moderate. Easy bogey. He misses the so bogey for Gooch, and he ends up in black numbers. He's at +1, and another 78 on this tough day here along the eastern seaboard. All right, so Leonard still has a 2-shot lead. Since this hole is the only one I think that has water, he is going to try and get control of this one. And he doesn't have to use both of them, so he'll hold on to a blue chip. That should help him make a putt easier later. But he's going to take control of this with only one chip. He gets to avoid the water. 2, 3, 4, par 3. Is he dynamic? No. So we go to experience. Icon. Oh, and he is with an icon and a green 2. This is perfect for him. He's an icon. It's a gimme birdie putt. He already missed one gimme. He better not miss another. Can he get it? This would be pretty much sealing the deal, and he makes it. Gimme birdie is the high roll, and he atones for that bogey on 13 with a birdie on 17, and he is going to be your winner here, barring some kind of a wackadoodle result. Now here's Wallace. Let's just get this closed out for him. Golf Cam course. Green 3 cordial, no daunting. It is daunting. Clutch bogey putt. He's going to make it 1-5. He does make it. So he bogeys, but if he hadn't used it, he would have lost the chip anyway and would have ended up with a double. So, all right, we're going to play Wallace first here at 18. We'll do it a little out of order here. 36, rough and 2, green 6. Just a bad day. He's not a master. Double difficulty. He's going to lag, and then he's going to easy bogey it, and then he's going to gimme double bogey it, and double bogey for Justin Wallace. So now Gareth Leonard, and you might say maybe we should have done Leonard. He would have had the master, which would have helped him get through that anyway. So here we go with Gareth Leonard. What's his play going to be? It's going to be a 46, which is a rough and 1 and a green 4. Is he workman? No. He'll end up with a moderate par putt. He's going to use the chip to easy. Unless we got a couple of 6s left in here, this is going to be over, and it is a par on 18 for Gareth Leonard, and he gets around this course in 68. 3 under par on the day for a 3-stroke victory at the Pizza Kingdom Heritage over Marshall Weber and Trent McAdams. McAdams with the charge today. 7 under par 64. Not good enough, as Gareth Leonard just gets around with 4 birdies and only a single bogey. Weber with a -2. A good showing. And one thing I will do here is, let's see, what is this? Is this, yeah, this is display 2. So this is my score sheet. As you can see the scores here, I added a red line if you can see it here. This is where I did my emerging contender. This is where McAdams came from up at the top. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this, which is the sheet key. First, I'm going to look at the results here. What's up with that? That's funny. Is Morisaki in here? Yeah. That's interesting. Well, let's take a look. My T10. That's weird. Let's see. Well, I'm not going to be able to do that. That's kind of weird. There's a little bit of what's going on here? What's this? Why does it say 3? First 3 rounds. G52. That's interesting. All right, well, that's fine. I'll be doing this on my own. So, thought I would show stuff, but this is why I've mentioned before. I really can't let my stuff go too much public because, oh boy, my face looks. It's the thing. Trying to get this thing to look right for the cards makes my face look pretty. I mean, it's pretty ugly anyway, but you know what I mean. All right, so yeah, so this is why, because like I'll have these weird anomalies in the spreadsheets, and then I'll just have to go back and fix it. So, and I'm not fixing it on camera this time because there's just something that's not computing correctly, and once I figure that out, it'll be good. So, a few things. One is I'm changing some of, if you're interested in the golf, this tour, it's a little bit of kind of like the behind the scenes talk. I've mentioned many times we have the different tiers. I even mentioned in this video before, A, B, and C. A's majors, B's like middle ground, C's are like the top guys. Most of the top guys aren't supposed to be in it. Well, I was finding that even the B's and C's, I think I was getting too many top guys. And the reason I think that is, my idea for doing this early on was to take the first 50 in my priority ranking, so the top 50 guys, and run it that way. And let's go back over here because, and I'll do this because I've got a let's see, where is my drive? Who's gonna drive you home tonight? So let's see, it's under various files maybe. I think usage. So anyway, so I've got this B tournament, and I mean, I'm still seeing guys like Gareth Leonard. He already had won two tournaments, and now he's winning a third. Well, anyway, so this is kind of what the spreadsheet's looking like. And what I had done before, actually, I need to bring up this guy first. This is the original usage chart, theoretical stuff. I was doing all these calculations and whatnot. So I used the top 50. And so for the B tier tournaments, I was having 30 of the top 50 play. And only 5, it might have actually been 10 of the top 50 in the C tier. I'm just seeing too many of these good guys. And so what I decided is that I was going to further delineate it. And that was what this one here is. I'm going to make the top 15 be its own designation. And then 16 through 50 will be kind of what the first 15 or the first 50 were to begin with. So for the B tier, I'm having 7 of the top 15 play, so half of them. I feel like that's probably pretty good. So they're going to play in like half of those, which is 8. I've also taken a B tier and made it C tier because I just feel like there's too many B's and not enough C's. I think there needs to be more of the little guys trying to scrounge their way in to a tour card for the next year. So then for the C tier, as you can see right here, only 1 of the top 15 are going to play in those. So I'm really trying to thin out the best players. I don't want to see Gareth Leonard or Trent McAdams if I can help it. You know, if it's another guy who I haven't seen in a while, I will be happy with that. And I'll tell you what, if one of those guys, even Emmerich, if Dustin Emmerich shows up for whatever reason, fine. Like, just one is great, but I'm getting sick of seeing the same 2 or 3 guys every time. So that's what we're doing. It's gonna be, and then it's gonna be 4 of the rest of the 50. So it's really just 5. It is the 5 guys. It was 10 before, too many. So I'm really thinning it out. I want to have those C tiers be a little more focused in the mid to lower half, and to have some guys win tournaments that should be winning tournaments, but because of the way the usage, you know, I don't want to say that the 3rd round chart isn't good enough. I think it's pretty good, but I think it's very good for a realistic season. I think if you're playing with fictional guys and you don't want a whole lot of expectation, I feel like you just get into this grind where you're always ending up with a couple of, maybe 3 or 4 of the same guys in every tournament final round, and it's just, to some extent, you want that. You want some character. You want some people to just constantly show up, or at least show up at a lot of them, especially the big events, right? That's what we want. So that's that. I'm also redesigning a couple things, but I just can't release some of these spreadsheets. They help me play out these tournaments so much, but it just, you just saw it broke. So lastly, Friday night last week was a very difficult week for me. And the name of this channel is Tenacious Sports. And I'm going to take a moment here to tell you about somebody tenacious. His name was Evan. This guy, I met him in my freshman year at college. Guy from Long Island originally. This guy, if there was ever anybody who was going to show me what tenacious meant, he's the one. You know, I had a pretty decent thing going at college. It wasn't like I wasn't setting the world on fire or anything, and it's not like at the end I really did, but you know, I got to a point, I was living at a on-campus housing that was quite a ways off campus, and you know, I was just kind of getting down. You know, it's in Rochester, New York. It was kind of like getting towards wintertime, and I had a situation come about where things were just kind of, just the social scene that I was a part of, there wasn't one. I was a part of radio, college radio, which was great, but you know, that doesn't really lead to much. So one Saturday night, so lame because it was like 1 o'clock in the morning. Hang on here, I gotta bring this chat up because I want, if you guys want to ask questions about this is fine, because this guy is, well, anyway. So I'm like trying to sleep on a Saturday night at 1 in the morning, you know. Laugh, please. So upstairs I hear racket, and I'm like, what the heck? So I go up the steps, you know, I put on my slippers or whatever I had, and I knock on the door, and Evan is basically at the door. And actually it wasn't him, it was his roommate, but I hear in the background him and a couple of other guys that I knew going, Earl! I'm like, you know, it's kind of being like, can you keep the noise down? And instead they're like, come on in and have a beer. And from that point forward in life, you know, in my college life, I had friends, and I had this friend Evan, who was one of the most motivated, driven, and just extremely nice people. Not like one of these tenacious, motivated type people who would scratch and claw and try and take you down in order to do better for them. This guy, he could do it in a way that he was your friend, he would help you out, and he helped me out so much. But that's just because he was so brilliant on his own. Like, he was just a chemistry major, just like me, just flew through. We got senior year, and I had to do a senior research project, just like he did. He had already gotten himself established in a laboratory, and I was lamenting to him about needing to figure this out. He's like, well, my advisor might have some room. We can go talk to him. And he basically like spurred me into go and talking to the professor, and I ended up doing research basically right alongside him, right in the next fume hood to him. And I just, we spent a year working together. I learned so much about the job that I do today, watching him, watching other graduate students and postdocs doing chemistry, and it was a lot of it was thanks to his kind of bringing me along for some of the ride, helping to get me going. So let's fast forward here. We graduate. He goes. I go into industry. I'm gonna have my 25th anniversary in it in December. He goes and wants to do like academia. He goes to MIT, gets accepted to MIT, and does 4 years of chemistry actually might have been 5. Actually, probably was 5. I think it was 2001. He earned his PhD in chemistry from Massachusetts Institute of Technology, and then he went to work in the government laboratories. He was specializing in a radio isotope, the element technetium, and complexes of that. And he decided he wanted to go do radiology. He wanted to help others. I don't know. I don't want to put words in his mouth. Didn't really get to talk too much about the decision to go back to school, but he did. Again, only thing I can think of is that he was hoping to help others, and he went and got his MD in radiology from Stony Brook, and became a radiologist. But then about 5 years ago, he was diagnosed with cancer, and he fought the fight of a lifetime. And unfortunately, last week he went home. Being Jewish, I don't know. That's what I would consider, but I don't know. I'm not sure how. I'm not sure their beliefs as far as all of that goes. But he was taken. The cancer finally. He fought it so hard. He went through a lot to try and overcome it. He went through. He loved his family so much, and even up till the end. I had a situation in my family recently where I had some tough stuff, and one of it was actually my younger brother, and he was calling when he was like, you could tell he was spent. Evan was like spent. He was struggling. He would call me and say, how's your brother doing? And checking in to see how his recovery from this situation was. And that's just triathlete, multiple degrees, advanced degrees, and just a guy who served others and was always so thoughtful of them. So tenacious. That's Evan. My memory of him is as the most. The word belongs to him as far as I'm concerned, and so I probably won't change the name of this channel or anything like that, but part of it going on, the way it will hopefully is as a. I mean, it doesn't. I don't even want to say as a tribute, because it's we're playing games here, and he wasn't. He loved sports, Mets fan, Jets fan. One of the things we were looking forward to in the last few years was going and meeting at a baseball game, and we were planning to meet at one this past Saturday, the Phillies and the Pirates, and again, it wasn't meant to be, but it was we did attend the game. He had such a passion for sports. He would be texting the group of us. There was a group of friends, and we would be texting about the NL East, the Mets, the Phillies, the Braves. The Mets there for a while were hanging in there, and the Phillies were kind of like they were up in some and then back down, and Atlanta kind of pulled ahead. And then it became football season, and we got to chatting more about Zach Wilson and the Jets, and so anyway, just appreciate the people that are in your life. I'm like 100,000 times better off having known him, and I actually putting a measure to it is probably not really doing it much justice, but anyway, just appreciate those who you those who you look at those that have gone out of their way to be helpful in your lives. Just take an inventory sometime. It doesn't take long. We spend so much time doing things like rolling dice. Make sure you just don't take for granted something that, because there were times that, and there are times, and so I need to get off of here because I'm spending too much time talking about this, but that's tenacious. Cycling with prosthetics, grinding it out with not your full lung capacity, working hard, going through treatments, fighting nasty disease till the end. That is tenacious. And Evan, I love you forever, and he is so missed, but he is free of pain, and I'm just so grateful to have met him. What's it been? Almost 27 some odd, 28 years ago, something like that. So anyway, good night. Sorry to put a damper on things a little bit, but I needed to get that off my chest. It's been sitting here for about a week now, and I hope that you all have a great weekend. I hope you all roll your dice and they roll true to what you're hoping for. And we will see you back here soon on Tenacious Sports for some more History Maker golf, or baseball, or soccer, or football, or I don't know what. But enjoy the weekend. Enjoy some sports. hug your loved ones, and we'll see you soon.